is Besties and Books.
with Em and Roxy. Hi, welcome back to Besties and Books. I'm Roxy.
And I'm Em.
All right, I think we have some catching up to do. It's January now. The last episode was somewhere back in December.
Yeah, halfway through December.
So, how you been?
I've been good. I survived December, all the festivities. I had like a chill December month. I was still working. Um, and I just, even on like New Year's, we just chilled at a friend's house. So now I'm fully back into busy working life. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I mean, Christmas, same for me. I mean, it was kind of chill. New Year's as well, really chill. Just stayed at my in-laws. So, yeah.
That's fun.
I'm honestly so happy it's January.
Why?
Because like after like the Christmas and everything, it's really fun, but at some point to me it can feel a little bit suffocating after a while. So January to me always feels like a breath of fresh air where everyone just kind of gets it clear what they want to do for the year and everyone just starts putting their focus back on like their work and stuff. So when January came around, I was ready for it.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, I always have like a dip in January.
Really?
Like I'm so sad all the lights are gone.
Like the Christmas come down?
Yeah,
Oh no.
like it's back to regular life again. And that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, also it's my birthday in January, so I do always still have that to look forward to.
Yeah, I think that makes a difference. You still have like parties to look forward to.
Well, you were invited to set party, so you could also look forward to it.
I know, and it was fun.
It was. It was so fun.
Should we dive into our buddy read?
Oh God. I'd rather not, but I guess we should, yeah.
This is gonna be the walk of shame for you.
Oh my God.
I'm so proud of myself. Let me just say that before we get into it.
I'm proud of you too. I am. I am. And
Thank you.
I'm so very ashamed of myself. And I'm
You should be.
I'm sad. I'm so sad because I'm always like, oh, let's read, something else. And, I've been reading classics, so I'm kind of into that. And I want to get you into it. And now we do a classic and I can't get through it.
Shame!
Yeah, I don't think that does well for my parole hearing from book jail.
It definitely doesn't.
No, I thought so. Good thing we haven't been picking our own books anyway.
Yeah.
So for January, or actually M, contacted the owner of the book cafe we always go to because she has like blind book dates. And M was like, girl, can you get us a book? And she did. She's so cute and she got us a book. And oh my God. Do you want to say? You say it because you actually read it.
Our buddy read for January was Mrs Dalloway by Virginia Wolf.
Girl, is it Miss or is it Mrs? I never know.
Oh, I don't know.
Let me see. I should have it somewhere around here. It's actually I don't know. Is it Mrs?
No, maybe it's Miss because she is married.
Isn't it Mrs when you're married? I
I
thought it's Miss when you're not married.
I honestly don't know how that works.
Well, it's Girl Dalloway.
It's married woman Dalloway. So let's dive into the blurb.
All right, here's the blurb. Society hostess Clarissa Dalloway is giving a party. Her thoughts and sensations on that one day and the interior monologues of others whose lives are interwoven with hers gradually reveal the characters of the central protagonists. Clarissa's life is touched by tragedy as the events in her day run parallel to those of Septimus Warren Smith, whose madness escalates as his life draws towards inevitable suicide. All right.
I'll let you start.
No. Okay, so I tried 3 times to read this book. One time, the physical copy, or like maybe 2 times the physical copy, and then twice as an audiobook. Oh my God, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. And I'm not saying this is an awful book because I know where it went wrong, and I just think it might not be a match for me and my personal scatterbrain. Because like this book, that's not a neurotypical person that wrote that. I don't believe that. I can't believe that. And I can't follow that. Like girl has to be on the spectrum to be writing like that. What the hell?
What do you mean?
No sane person writes like that.
No.
Okay. Okay. No, I had to Google it because the first time I opened this book and I sat down and I tried to read it, I was like, what? And I had to go to Google and I Googled, is Mrs. Dalloway written poorly? Because I was like, is it me? But the internet was kind of like, I don't know about poorly, but it's definitely written in some type of way. And then I found out it's the style. It's called a stream of consciousness narrative style, and that just kind of bleeds together like thoughts and emotions of different characters, and it was so chaotic to me. Like, and next to that, I also felt from what I read that the characters were not true to themselves because, like, within seconds, Peter, one of the characters who is in love with Clarissa, I think, or like they were in love, but then they couldn't be together because like they would destroy each other or whatever, like they wouldn't be good together. Um, well, didn't Clarissa said that at the beginning? Like,
Yeah. Well, Clarissa didn't choose to be with Peter because Peter was too wild, and she chose stability when she married Richard.
right, but there came a point where they decided like, okay, they weren't gonna be together. I think in the beginning of the book they said that.
No, she decided, and he was heartbroken.
Oh,
He left for India that night.
oh, that bad. Okay, he's a little okay, yeah. But what I was trying to say with Peter is there is one scene where very much later in life he comes back to Clarissa and they talk, and he goes from like saying, "Oh, I met this other girl from India and I'm in love with her. I'm so in love with her, whatever." And then he's like, "Oh, but Clarissa is like rejecting me now, whatever." I'm like, "What does it matter? Because you're in love. You just said you're in love." Then 1 second later, he's out on the street fucking stalking another girl. I'm like, I thought you were in love. Like, why are you looking at other women, like stalking them? He was literally following another girl home because like he just made up this imaginative person of who this woman would be and that she was so perfect. I'm like, you were in love. Why are you like fantasizing about other women like that and literally stalking them home?
Because he's not in love.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm so sad." I'm like, "What are you? I don't understand." And that's, I think, because of also the way it was written. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not for me because everything just felt so up in the air. Nothing felt rooted to me. I couldn't like get into a character and who they really were before they just up and changed everything that like I knew made them tick. I couldn't connect to anyone deeply enough for me to care and not just be like frustrated. So I tried like 3 4 times, and then at the last time I was like, you know what?
Life is too short.
I was like, I could be reading Royal Assassin right now, and then that's what I did.
I can understand what you mean because, like, it took me 2 weeks to get through this thin ass book.
Yeah, cause she's skinny.
She's skinny, but she's a lot. She packs a punch. And only like after, like, I was 50% in, and I was like, oh, okay, so we're looking back on the day. So I was like, it changes a lot. She went from like being 18 to 50, and all of a sudden, like, I didn't completely follow it in the beginning. So I was really lost, but I was like, no, I gotta get through this. I gotta get through this. Like, Roxy is gonna beat me up if I don't read this classic. So I fought my way through it, and eventually I did start to like it. It was so connected to the women that,
Clarissa?
no, absolutely not.
Oh.
The lady that like narrated the story on my audiobook, because I didn't even start to do the physical copy.
No, I think you started it, right?
I opened the page and my dyslexic ass was like, "What? This is just one ball of words." They were so tiny and they were like, no, they were like blurred together to me.
I get that.
So I immediately downloaded it as an audiobook, and it was giving me Bridgerton vibes. Like talking about Mayfair, talking about the Big Ben, like tea time. She had such a lovely voice. I just, every night before bed, I just put this on and I fell asleep to it.
So like just for the vibe, like were you vibrating it or like did you were there actual like parts in the book that you liked? What did you think of the writing style? Did that not bother you or hinder you in reading it at all?
In the beginning, it didn't bother me. Well, it didn't bother me. I was just like, is this. This was my first classic. I was like, is this how it's supposed to be? I don't know.
No, but babe, let me tell you, like, not all classics are like this. And that's why I had to Google it, because, like, just because it's a classic doesn't mean it's gonna be for you. Doesn't mean that it's perhaps even necessarily, like, top tier writing. But yeah, so don't think that all classics are like this necessarily.
So yeah, I was lost in the beginning, but eventually I did start to like it. I kind of like just went with the flow. I was just like, okay, I'm not trying to figure out how we got into this train of thought, but I'm just here for it. And I must say, there was a lot of character development, and I do think that
For Clarissa?
for all of them, like there were so many characters here, and I do think that it reflected like on the inner battles, especially with like Peter, with like Carissa. She's like, okay, I chose stability by marrying Richard, but what would my life have been like now that I saw Peter again? She was just struggling. And you could also tell that she was not a nice person because she was
Yeah.
struggling. At least that's what
Hmm.
I thought. Because she was like, oh, I could never have a baby without wedlock. Like, she was just a very judgmental person, which fair enough.
For the times she was in.
Like, for the time, that's fine. She was just very, I feel like she wanted more out of life.
But she could have had that though, right?
Yeah, but I don't think, like, I think she was still stuck in the time where it wasn't really expected of women to be more. So I think that was an inner struggle. And I really like Septimus. He was such a pookie. He was like, oh, I felt so bad for that man. When he killed himself, I was like, yes, honey, go get your peace.
What? Because he was in the war,
Yeah,
right?
he was
Or
just, yeah, the war just fucked him up, I think. And it was sad to see.
the only thing I read about him is literally just him as a character being introduced. So I don't know like anything about his torment or what he went through or
If it were in this time, he had PTSD and he had like visions because he saw his dead friend that got killed in the war. And I feel like the doctors were an ass. No one was taking him seriously. They all just wanted to lock him up in solitude.
that's what they did though back then, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's so sad. Like, give my man some love. Like, I don't know. And his wife was trying.
I was gonna say his wife was trying though, right?
Yeah,
But she also got some fuck ass advice from doctors to just keep him
yeah.
busy.
And she didn't like the doctors, but then again, she also was like, "What the fuck do I know? What do I do with this? Like, I love
Yeah.
this man, but he's kind of crazy."
Mm.
And then he jumped out of the window.
Oh my god.
Yeah, jump scare.
Oh my. What about trigger warning?
Trigger warning, jump scare, all of the above. That annoyed me
What?
because like this was obviously the same day because it's all in the same day, but like the doctor that Septimus was seeing gets called because like he obviously killed himself. And then after that, the doctor still goes to Clarissa's party and like he tells her like, "Oh, a young man killed himself." This woman, the first thing that comes out of her mouth was, "At my party."
Oh my god, Clarissa. No.
And it did get better because there was like at first I couldn't connect. Okay, like what is the connection between Septimus and Clarissa? They were both on the blurb, so I was like, okay, I was waiting until they met the entire book, and then he killed himself, and I was like, huh? I was lost again.
Yeah.
But in the end, Clarissa was kind of just like reflecting on life and the fact that this young man like killed himself, and she grew old. He didn't. I don't know. It kind of like intertwined that they both had mental suffering,
Hmm.
and they just had a very different outcome. Because in the end, Clarissa did go back to her party. She did enjoy it, and she was like, I gotta enjoy life because this young man can't anymore. And I think that was nice.
Yeah, that's good. I also, from what I did read, I did I didn't mind Clarissa. Like obviously she's not a perfect character, but I like that through her you can, like you said, see the struggles of a woman in the time that she lived in and the kind of struggles with herself growing old and yeah, the regrets she has in life and like she was briefly gay from what I've read. What was that?
It was never explained. It was just there.
Oh, okay.
And that did have me questioning. There was a lot of things that I was like, wait, are you gay? Are you in love with Sadie? Are you in love with Peter? Where does Richard come in? All of a sudden, there's this kid, Elizabeth, that is with, like, I don't know, some weird
She's
woman.
just name dropped at some point.
Yeah, and then there's this weird woman that I still didn't figure out that is kind of like her teacher, Elizabeth's teacher. But
Oh, I know who you mean. I don't know her name.
Clarissa is like, she's stealing Elizabeth. She's feeding her all these evil thoughts. And I personally, I still haven't figured out what and who she was.
And I love that you were able to just get through this with being just like, okay, I may not know what that's about. I may not understand that. Okay, we just never speak about that again. Okay, we're just name dropping that she has a daughter now all of a sudden because that got me confused. I was like, wait, aren't you 18? But then, oh my God. I love that you could read it and that you actually got so much out of it and that you said even for Septimus like you felt so much for him because like this is very different from the books that you usually read and I love that you still got so much out of it.
Love that you're like shook that I can actually take something out of a classic.
No, no, I mean like I love that you could just go through it with still having so many question marks because I can't do that. I cannot do that. I just could not ground myself in this story and then I can't read it. I can't if I feel like I'm not understanding more than 25% of what's going on, I can't. I can't sit with it and just be like, "Okay, let me just go on." I mean, maybe in like another story where if it's like a mystery or like a fantasy and like the world is kind of big, I'm like, okay, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I'm sure if it's important, I'll understand it later. But I knew with this, it's the writing style. It's going to be like this for the entire book. I can't. But I'm happy that you could and that you actually liked it because that's the vibe I'm getting. Did you like it?
Yeah, I'm questioning. Like, I liked it. Is it something that I'm gonna read more often? Probably not. But I got through it, and I did enjoy like listening to it. I just don't know if I enjoyed listening to it because of the vibes or because of the actual book.
The British drama vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah, tea time.
I was there for that. And you know what? I have resigned with not being a classical reader. Like, I was fighting my way through this book to see the deeper meaning. I was like, I like my book stupid, just like me.
Girl, don't say that about yourself.
I don't want to be thinking, like, okay, is this a struggle of women in this time? Like, is this like, it was a nice change. I got through it. Now I know that I can read classics. Yeah, I just don't know if I would do it again.
Okay, so, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll convince you later with Wuthering Heights.
I don't think you will, but love the spirit. I did, in fact, buy another classic. I bought Emma.
Right. For ulterior motives.
Yeah, she was beautiful. I needed that for my book cabinet.
Fair.
But then someone said it's like drama and like,
Someone, girl, that was me. That was me.
oh,
Someone.
well, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
And like British society. And I was like, oh, I might read it then.
Yeah, and she's like a matchmaker. I'm pretty sure she's a bit of like she gets into trouble, I think. But I've just heard about that. Like I haven't actually looked into it, so that's hearsay, honestly.
Like, is this the original Bridgerton?
I don't actually know.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to read it in January, but I didn't get to it because I was so hooked in the Farseer trilogy. I just immediately went to the second book instead of reading Emma to the side.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, before we talk about more classics, because I read Wuthering Heights this month or for January, why don't you scar me with the book that you read?
Yes, I read The Madman and His Broken Princess by Cora Reilly. Yeah, I'm gonna traumatize you with this book,
Girl,
but it was so amazing.
I'm scared. I feel like I need a safe word. I want to go home, but we're already at my house, so I've got nowhere to go.
You're just gonna have to sit through it. let me just start with the blurb. Nestore Romano was achingly beautiful, a cruel dark prince who only smiled when he could break his broken princess. He was destined to rule over his kingdom. It was his birthright. His indisputable fate until my father betrayed his oath and locked him in a cage to torture and humiliate. It was the end of Nestore. It was his rebirth too. I witnessed both. He hated my last name for everything my father had done to him and his family. But me, he hated me for a single fact: running away. Emilia was the light in my eternal darkness. Until she wasn't. Until she betrayed me like every other.
Why are you stopping?
Like every other Lemo. Her last name. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't let her escape. I couldn't. Not when she was the only anchor to something I'd lost. My last salvation. She would become my wife, the unwilling princess at my side. I never wanted to make her pay for the scars that her father had left. No, I would make her pay for breaking my heart.
Dude, as for the names, I have them down as Nestle and Lemongrass now.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh my god. I already. Okay.
This book was an absolute beaut. Cora Reilly, for the people that follow me on my Bookstagram, they know I am a deep fan of Cora Reilly, have been from the start, and I ate up her two Mafia series, the Familia and the Camorra Chronicles. But after that, it kind of just went. The books weren't hitting for me anymore.
Okay. Why is
I
that?
don't know. It was just the writing was off. It wasn't really Mafia vibe anymore. I can't really explain it. It just wasn't for me anymore.
Hmm.
But I'm loyal. I will still read any book she has out. So I went in doubtful in this book because the other books just weren't hitting for me. Let me tell you, Cora got her groove back. This book was dark. It was heavy on the torture, on the humiliating.
Oh my god. No.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that, but Roxy, her cat, was just like, no. Even he was like, no.
Yeah. No. He sighed. He was like,
Get
girl.
out of my house with this bullshit.
Yeah.
So it starts when they're like 14, I think, and they're at a party and it all goes to shit.
Are they both 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's maybe 15.
Okay, at least there's not a crazy age gap.
No, 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 no. He can't have a crazy age gap when she's 14.
Okay. First green flag.
Cora would never. And it basically all goes to shit. Her father murders his entire family in front of him and takes over their spot in the mafia. So he basically takes over their
Mm-hmm.
territory and he locks Nestoro in the basement. And that is basically.
Sorry, but like, okay. Wait, I have some questions. First off, isn't that like a massive mistake? Because like, why are you not killing him as well?
Well, in hindsight, he should have, but he didn't. He wanted to humiliate him.
Oh,
And like he was a little boy when he took him. And I think they were 18 when they got out because Emilia was trying to help him. Like she felt bad for him. She brought him books, she brought him food. At one point they tried to escape together, but her father catches her and she's thrown in the dungeon too. And she's tortured too. And like
the hell?
her father finds out that he can torture Nestor more by torturing Emilia in front of him than doing him physical pain. So that's heavy.
Oh, I don't like that.
And they're both pretty much captive and being tortured together until Daddy Remo. He's not even my favorite, but he shows up. And that was funny because I've already read the Camorra Chronicles, and this kind of took us back before that time because Nestor is someone that you see in the Camorra Chronicles, but you never really get his story. So we got his story now, and we kind of got the story of how Remo, which eventually he becomes the capo of the Camorra.
Okay, I do like that it's backstory on a character she already has.
Yeah, and that's kind of Cora's her whole vibe. She expands like on characters that are already there.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we got to see how everything went down with Remo and his brothers going back to Las Vegas, taking back their territory, basically freeing
We're in America.
Yeah.
Girl, I thought we were in Italy. I'm not gonna lie. You say mafia, I think we're in Italy. I'm sorry.
Well, the old families are from Italy, yeah, but they exported themselves to America. So it's just so good. And you just get to see the most unhinged man ever being obsessed with this woman, and she's just trying to escape their past, and he's just stuck in their past.
Okay.
So it's really tragic. Like,
This honestly kind of sounds like there's something there. You know what I mean? Like, I thought this was just gonna be smut, 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 torture, smut.
no, it was heavy. It was not that smutty. It was just heavy on the dark themes. At one point, so Nestora is really badly injured because like he has scars all over his upper body, well, all over his body, but like he doesn't like to wear shirts because it just like rubs on his scars. So this man is always bare chest, bare feet, in a fucking fur cloak with a crown he made from his enemies'
No. Oh, fuck
fingers.
no. Oh, hell no. Not around here. Mm-mm.
And he has a lot of interior decoration choices.
Dude, and this is where I know we're in America. Because then people in Italy wouldn't be doing that kind of crazy fucking shit. That's some American shit.
I feel like even the Americans wouldn't do this in real life. And like he has a chandelier made of bones.
No. What, is this in our world? Is this like in America in our world? Or.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. He's just crazy. He just likes to keep trophies of the people that he kills, and he just makes furniture out of them.
So he's a handyman.
Yeah,
Oh, fucking hell, no.
he's a real handy man.
Oh, mm-mm. No.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. A lot of people were saying that there wasn't enough character development and like action in the second half when they're actually freed, which I get. It didn't bother me personally because it was just like there was so much going on. There was so much torture, drama, emotional rawness in the first half. I was like, we can't also have a shocking like, oh, she's getting kidnapped in the second half of the book. We needed to get into the trauma and see how that affected their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, there was someone trying to kill her in the second part, and I'm pretty sure he tried to kill her by throwing her into like his. Nestor has a zoo.
Girl, what? Oh, so he's a handyman and he's good with animals. Love.
Okay, so backstory on the zoo, it was actually her father's, Amelia's father's zoo, but it was all wild animals that were trained to go crazy on people. And Nestor decided to keep them. Well, a lot of them he set free or like in like
I don't think you should set them free.
no, not free, but like they went to an actual zoo. But there were some animals that were too fucking damaged.
You gotta take him behind the barn, probably.
Yeah. But he was like, you never know when they come in handy.
Sure.
So that was fun. Someone just tried to murder her by throwing her in the gorilla's habitat.
Oh, my guess was alligators.
No, I don't think there were alligators. I think there were chimps and lions, maybe? Cats? I think there were cats. I don't know. It was fun. It was a dark read, but I loved it.
Good. Okay, favorite character then?
Nestori.
Okay.
My crazy man.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt bad for him. He was so damaged and the shit that he went through. Like, yeah, he was crazy, but the man deserved to be crazy. And I think in the end, it was really nice of him to see that he could move forward and he could step into the light with Amelia.
Okay, good. What would you rate it?
10 out of 10.
Honestly, what the hell?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Let me tell you, I'm a diehard Cora Reilly fan.
I love that for the past episodes we just did like out of 5 and you were like, no, 10 out of 10.
Oh,
We need a different scale for this one.
5 out of 5, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I gobbled it up in like,
You inhaled it.
I inhaled it
Oh my god.
in one night.
Oh my god. How many pages?
Not that many, like 300, I think. It was like a normal sized book.
Damn. All right. Anything else you want to share with the group?
No, I think I've traumatized people enough.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So let's just dive into your January read.
Okay, so I said, well, in the last podcast, I think I said I'm gonna read this before January because, like, I finished this literally on the last day of last year. But
So you're cheating.
no, I'm not cheating. I read this between the last podcast and now. And I think I said, okay, I better have it finished before the next episode because she's not that thick.
We will let it slide.
All right. Let me give you the blurb. I read Wuthering Heights by Emily Brontë. Wuthering Heights is the wild, passionate story of intense and almost demonic love between Catherine Earnshaw and Heathcliff, a foundling adopted by Catherine's father. After Mr. Earnshaw's death, Heathcliff is bullied and humiliated by Catherine's brother Hindley, I don't know, and wrongly believing that his love for Catherine is not reciprocated, leaves Wuthering Heights only to return years later as a wealthy and polished man. He proceeds to exact a terrible revenge for his former miseries. All right, so what do you think after hearing that blurb?
That actually sounds good.
I know, I know, it sounds good. And so take that blurb and then take the trailer coming out for the new movie. Oh my god, was I misled? I was so misled with what I should expect from this book. Because I thought, okay, tragic romance, like, okay, it's gonna start off like pretty bad and they're gonna um, grow apart, but he's gonna come back and like win her back or whatever. No.
What? What do you mean, no?
No, like he's gonna come back and he's just dead set on ruining everyone's fucking life because they were mean to him.
Oh. Oh. Well, then I might watch the movie, not the book.
Yeah, the movie, like the trailer looks so pretty. I'm I'm scared for the movie, or like I'm curious. Let's say I'm curious because from what I saw in the trailer, it was just giving a very different vibe from the book. So I don't know what they're gonna do in the movie. I'm gonna go see it. I'm really excited to. I think it's at least gonna be really pretty, but yeah, let's get into the book first. So, don't even ask me my favorite character because I like nobody in this book. Everyone is so fucking annoying.
What?
No, that's not. Wait, I like Nellie. She's the narrator of the book, or like we learn all the tea through Nellie, who's a servant in the house. That was actually so fun. I like that.
Love that. Nellie's the queen.
Yeah, she's actually funny. She's very sassy as well. Cause like she's a servant. You had to be kind of tough, I guess, back then.
Yeah.
So at first I was confused going into this book because of course I read the back, I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, we're gonna be following this Catherine and Heathcliff. But then you come into the book, there's another girl named Catherine, but it's not the Catherine you think it's gonna be. And we're in like the Wuthering Heights house, but you're going in there as the new person that's in the Linton's house. It's that confusing. I'm sorry, like I'm not making sense. It doesn't make sense if you go into it with the wrong expectations.
I would like you to retract the statement you said about classics not being
It's only the first bit. It's
complicated.
only like the first 30, I don't know how many pages where I was like, wait, I thought this was going to be about Catherine and Heathcliff. But yeah, so there's a new owner in the Linton's house, which is a neighboring house to the Wuthering Heights house.
Okay.
And he goes to visit his neighbor and he's like, hey, my neighbor's kind of strange. He's got some strange behavior. And so he goes to Nellie, who is the servant in his house. He's like, Nellie, spill the tea on my neighbor. And Nellie grabs her crochet. She's like, say less. Let's sit by the fire. I'm spilling. Okay, it doesn't
I love
necessarily go,
that.
but like that's what it comes down to. And so she tells all the history of Catherine and Heathcliff. And oh my god, what the hell? Like, I loved it, but I didn't necessarily love anyone in this story because no one's a perfect character here. Because Catherine, the first Catherine, because she has a daughter who's also named Catherine later on, but the first Catherine, she is not perfect. Like, she is kind of mean and idle and she has her own faults, but Heathcliff as well. I mean, he was obviously treated really badly because, like it said in the blurb, he's taken in as an orphan, raised with the other kids. But then, as their dad dies, Catherine's brother is like, "You're a peasant. You're just gonna be a peasant in this house and like be a servant, basically."
Wait, so Catherine and Heathcliff were raised as brother and sister? Or are we just not gonna.
I don't think I'm obligated to answer that.
Okay, incest is wincest, I guess.
Oh my god! I guess they yeah, no, they were, but
Love how you just try to skip over that.
no one's perfect. Like I said, no one's perfect in this book. Okay. Anyway, her brother like basically treats him really badly, and then one day Catherine tells Nellie, like, I couldn't possibly marry Heathcliff now because that would degrade me. Because like, look at the state he's in. He's no longer learning things. Like he's just being a stable boy, whatever. And so Catherine decides, or basically has to decide, to marry Linton instead, which is their neighbor, who's very rich, a little boy that they also grew up with.
What a bitch. I don't like her.
No, but that's the thing. Like, okay, you cannot like her for that, but what as a girl of 16 or whatever are you going to do in those times? What are you going to do? Be poor and die? Or marry your neighbor who is super in love with you, by the way, and like would do anything for you and has a big old fucking house?
Okay, but hear me out. Would he let you have Heathcliff on the side?
That's kind of a thing. Honestly, in the books, that's kind of a thing because Heathcliff is like, and there's the thing, because this is not a romance, but there are parts of this book that it's a love story. It's a love story. It's so tragic, and it's not about that at all. Like that's just a little part of it. Most of it is Heathcliff getting his revenge on everyone that treated him poorly. Catherine left him, like he's so mad at Catherine, but his love for her is bigger or stronger or deeper because he says to Catherine, if I had you, like if the roles were reversed and I was Linton, I would let you have Linton because all I wanted was for you to just be happy. But he wouldn't do that for you.
I don't even know what to say about this. Like, fair enough, Heathcliff, but I don't think you actually can. Oh, I'm getting attacked by a cat. I don't think you actually can say that. If he bites my ear, I'm losing it.
Dorian,
We need to get a studio. This is bullshit.
we need to get more followers before we can get a studio girl.
Fair enough, fair enough.
All right, what were you saying?
I think it's like you're talking really big. Like, imagine in those times someone found out that you just let your wife like be with the stable boy.
Yeah.
That's shame.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Heathcliff likes to say, I just want you to be happy, and he would be selfless with that. I don't feel like that's necessarily true because he is doing things that are in the end also not good for Catherine.
I was just about to ask, is he not trying to get revenge on Catherine?
I mean, he is for a bit. He is, and he does some really bad things that do hurt her. But in the end, right before she dies, like he does come to see her, and it's so tragic. And like I didn't cry. I didn't, but like I was screaming a little because it's so intense. It's like their love is so intense, and the quotes in this book, oh my god, they're so good.
Give me your favorite.
Oh my god, let me grab my notebook. Old Testament, Leviticus 11.
I was gonna say, oh hell no, I'm out. I need my safe word.
I was just joking.
Oh, that gave me a scare.
There were so many. You want me to pick one? What the hell? Well, obviously, but you know this one, and I hate that you only know it from after. It's the one where she quotes Bronte, and she's like, "Because he's more myself than I am. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same."
I don't know that one. Not even from after.
It wasn't after. She says it when they're like on this in this fucking lake or something.
Oh, I was not paying attention.
That did not stay with you. Okay. But also what Heathcliff says about Linton, and I thought this was kind of savage. He says, "It is not in him to be loved like me. How can she love in him what he has not?" I was like, Heathcliff, you low-key think yourself all that, don't you?
I was gonna say, Heathcliff has an ego.
Yeah, and one time he said to Catherine, I don't have it written down, so I don't know, I'm not saying it completely correct, but he's like, Catherine, your husband is at risk of breaking his jaw on my knuckle. I was like, girl!
Ooh,
You're a guest in this house, baby. You can't.
I like that.
I knew you would.
Issues.
So, yeah, revenge all around. Revenge. So much revenge. He marries Linton's sister just to spite Catherine, just to kind of make her mad, I think. They have a kid, but also Catherine's brother has a kid, but he dies, I'm pretty sure. And so the kid falls into the clutches of Heathcliff. And Heathcliff just like takes on his revenge on this fucking kid. It's
No.
so sad. That made me so sad. I was like, Heathcliff, I'm like trying to root for you. You're making it really fucking hard.
I was just about to say, you really did the same thing that you're mad about.
That's the
You
thing.
little fucking bitch.
He's no better than the people he hates. He becomes them. But the beautiful thing is that what he does to this boy, he's trying to make him a second Heathcliff, basically. Like, he doesn't educate him, he doesn't treat him well, he makes him to a stable boy, makes him stupid, basically. But then he becomes what Heathcliff couldn't be. Like, he actually rises above that because he later meets Catherine's daughter. And like they fucking hate each other at the beginning. Like, or well, he likes her, but she feels that she's too good for him because she's like, well, you can't even read, and makes like fun of him. She's really mean. She's not perfect either. No one's perfect here.
These people are mean in this book.
They are. But then he is like, no, I want to be better for her. And she sees that and she teaches him how to read everything. Like, they actually grow closer together. And through the love they have for each other, they both get better. And they get what Heathcliff didn't get with his Catherine because they grew apart and like he let his hate just fill everything when he got back instead of the love that he still had for her. So
Oh my god, our books have the same essence.
are we the same?
Yeah,
Mine, yeah, well, they're, yeah, I guess.
not you trying to make your book better. I
Mm,
saw your face.
no.
Don't pretend you're better, Heathcliff.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, mine was really tragic, but I was like, yours was really fucking tragic too.
I'm shook. Like, I'm looking at this book and it's not that thick. Like, how are there that many generations?
They get kids pretty young, don't they?
Yeah, fair enough. If you marry at
And they don't
16.
need to go looking far because they all just marry their cousins, so partners are found easily.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah. Really good book. Go read it. I recommend it. I rated it a 5 out of 5. So there's that.
Yeah, probably won't.
Beautiful quotes. The love, terrible. The revenge, terrible. Everything's terrible, but you love it.
I love that you loved it.
Thank you. All right, let's get into what we're going to read for February. Okay, so for Feb, we're going to read Silver Cloak. It was also recommended to us by the owner of the book cafe.
Shout out to Lo.
Shout out to a lot of books. I'm really excited about this one. Oh my god.
Also, the author is LK.
Steven. Okay, Steven.
So if you guys want to join us on next month's Buddy Read, you can. We're gonna read Silver Cloak by LK Steven.
I'm so excited. She sold it to us so well. Like, she was
Yeah.
just naming things about this book, and there were things we both love. There should be something in this for the both of us. So
Yeah, I'm very curious how we're gonna find this book. It's fantasy, by the way. I don't know which kind, but it's fantasy.
yeah, same. I don't know which kind either. I just had her talk me into buying it, and that's where my knowledge ends so far. But I'm excited. What are you reading individually?
I just started reading A Whisper of Fire.
That sounds like fantasy.
No, it's not.
Oh, shit.
It's a biker romance, and she's in a cult. She's in a very religious cult.
Wait, I feel like I heard about this.
No, you're thinking about another one. I know
Oh.
exactly which one you're thinking about. You should read that. No,
Oh.
wait, you shouldn't. It's too dark for you.
I was gonna say, I don't think so.
Yeah, no. I'm really liking that so far, and I do hope that I'm actually gonna finish Crescent City Book 3.
Why did you have to bring that up? Oh my god.
I only have like 40% left.
I'm
so I
still in
feel
the
like,
second book. I don't know where, but like exactly where I said I was last time because I have not picked her up.
yeah, just keep forgetting her.
Yeah, me too.
And I need to get back onto because funny as hell, Roxy and me are getting our first, well, for Roxy it's her first tattoo, and for me it's our first like buddy tattoo, I guess.
Buddy tattoo, matching tattoo.
Okay, matching tattoos. And it's from Crescent City. So we should like at least I should really finish this series this month, like symbolic.
Yeah, okay, true. Fair enough. Maybe I'll give it another try. The problem, it's not that I'm not liking it, because I am. The problem is like I'm so consumed and hooked by this other series. That's my problem, because I'm just in that. I'm like, I want more. Give me more. I need to know, because the plot, girl, she's so thick. Oh my god.
Don't be shy, share the name.
So it's the Farseer trilogy. The first book is named Assassin's Apprentice, and I'm currently reading the second one, which is Royal Assassin. I'm loving everything. I'm fucking eating this up. Everything is so fucking good. I'll tell you about it next time, because that's going to be my personal feb read, the second book. I've started it now. Hell, maybe I'll even be on the third one by then. Who knows? I actually did set a reading goal for this year. Did you do that?
No.
Is this the first year you're not doing that?
No, I stopped doing it last year because I noticed with work, it's just not like I used to hit goals like 400 books a year,
What?
and it made me really depressed that last year I couldn't even get like 50. So now I'm just like go with the flow. Like I don't want to be competitive anymore. I don't want to be in a chokehold by Goodreads because I haven't finished my
Yeah.
books.
No, I understand that, definitely. I did set a goal though, but like
What
a
is
very
it?
mild one. I just set 24. I was like, okay, 2 books a
Oh
month.
yeah, that's
I
nice.
should be able to do that. But still for me, because like you know me, and I'm trying to be better, but like I have such a toxic trait. I'm a mood reader, first of all. And also, the way I prefer to read is like 5 things at a time. So
I could never. I get like anxiety watching you read.
yeah, well also I can't either, because I'm not finishing most of these fucking books. So like I'm trying to be better about that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like I'm so consumed now by the Farseer trilogy, which is kind of good, because like then I'm in it, I'm finishing it. But also like, oh my god, I need to get back into Crescent City.
Well, it's fine. Like, if you want to finish the other season first, like, you do you. Same here. I'm a mood reader. I'm gonna read what I want to read.
Are you? I feel like you go through books much faster than I do.
Yeah, because I read much easier books.
Oh.
Look at me. I spent 2 weeks on that fucking classic, digging my way through. And I started A Whisper of a Fire this morning at 6, and I'm already 70% in.
At 6, girl!
Yeah, I have issues.
That's insane.
And like, it really depends for me. Some books I inhale. I'm literally like no sleep, regretting it in the morning when I have to go to work. But then I'm so deep into it, I like gotta know and I gotta finish it.
Yeah, I'm feeling that right now with these books.
Love that.
All right, I think that was everything.
If you guys ever want to give us any suggestions on buddy reads or just individual reads, let us know.
Or if you want to hear anything else in the podcast, like just let us know. You can find us on Instagram. Actually, do we have our handles in there?
We have our handles in there.
Okay, because that's your job.
Yeah, that's my job.
You post everything, I edit it, and we're happy like that. But yeah, so our handles are in the
Bio.
bio. You can find us there. Just DM us. We're really friendly.
Or just leave it in the comments on this podcast.
You can do that?
You can do that.
Oh shit.
Sometimes I really wonder how you survive in a digital age.
Girl, how about I'll do you one better. Sometimes you wonder how I'm engaged to an IT professional. How about that?
That pretty much answers my questions.
Yeah, he guides me through the online world.
So that concludes this episode of Besties and Books. We would like to see you guys again next month.
See you next month.